special guest coming up. He's a St. Joe's prep guy. Went to Delaware. He hangs out in Ocean City in the summer. He was the 2002 MVP of the league. Played in Super Bowl 37. Let's go to the Toms River Volkswagen Sports Hotline and welcome into the locker room a friend of the show, Rich Gannon. What's up, Rich?
Bill, it's good to be with you guys. Bobby, how are you guys?
Good, Rich. Good to hear from you, man.
Bobby just got back from his 2-week stint flying, Rich. So we got him back. We got him in the studio.
Hey, Rich, where were you last weekend? Because I was in L.A. and I did hear you when the game came on.
We did the Rams at 49ers game.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I tell you, there's a reason why that team's undefeated. I mean,
oh yeah.
Look at Jared Goff. I think they've got the best running back in football right now, Todd Gurley. And people don't talk enough about their offensive line, and of course defensively, you've got to deal with Aaron Donald and Ndamukong Suh and Brockers, and they've got a really good front. So their line play, to me, is probably what people aren't talking enough about. And I think that's a big reason why that team's undefeated.
And Rich, as a quarterback, that's where the games are won up front. I mean, you got to have the horses to block the guys.
You do, and I'm in Kansas City this weekend. I've got Denver at Kansas City, and I'm looking at Patrick Mahomes and the season that he's having. And as I'm going through my notes, he's been sacked the fewest in the league this year. So you talk about Kansas City's offensive line play. You talk about Kareem Hunt, the season that he's having as the running back, but Mahomes is breaking records each week. He's got the quickest. I think he's thrown 22 touchdowns his first 8 games.
Yeah.
That's a record. But at the offensive line now, look, this guy is getting great protection, and that has a lot to do with it.
We're talking with Rich Gannon, played in the Super Bowl, most valuable player in 2002. He's a commentator for CBS Sports now. And Rich, talk about we're here in Philadelphia, and I don't know how closely you watch the situation, but you played in the Super Bowl. How hard is it for the team to rebound after winning a Super Bowl or even playing in the Super Bowl the next year?
I think if you look at, with the exception of the Patriots, I mean, most teams have a very difficult time getting back. And I would tell you that I think the hardest thing in football at this level is the ability to handle success. And I think, I'm not saying that it goes to everybody's head, but I think, the off season is, is compromised because you got players doing different appearances and writing books and coaches and things like that. And all of a sudden, before you know it, you've got a new football team. I mean, you lose players in free agency, you add draft picks, and now all of a sudden the makeup of the room is a little bit different. And now all of a sudden somebody gets hurt. You don't have Darren Sproles, or whatever the situation is. You don't have your left tackle for a couple, whatever it is. Now all of a sudden, and then all of a sudden, you don't have your starting quarterback the first couple of weeks. He's working his way back into the whole thing, and now all of a sudden it just looks and feels different. But to me, I think this is still a good football team. I still think this division. I think the division is going to come down to Philly and Washington. I really do. I think Alex Smith is a guy that takes care of the football and will put them in a position to have a chance to win each week. That's better than what they had last year, I think. I still have a lot of confidence in Carson Wentz. I think he's one of the best young quarterbacks in football. But I would tell you that they've got to be able to play better around him. They've got to be able to run the football. I mean, you look at last week, I mean, all the throws either go to Alshon Jeffrey or Zach Ertz. I mean, somebody else has to start making plays around him, and I think it starts with running the football a little bit better and taking some of those hits off them.
Hey, Rich, an article was written by Marcus Hayes of the Philadelphia Daily News, said some of the players and even the coaches are squabbling about the practices aren't even up to the 2017 standards. What could be the reason for that?
I think it really starts with the players. I mean, the coaches can put the schedule together. Coaches can, orchestrate practice, but sometimes the players have to take responsibility and really ownership of the football team. And that starts with the practice field. Hey, guys, there's a certain level with which we do things. There's a certain, a commitment to excellence in terms of how we practice and prepare. Is everyone doing the same work we put in last year? Is the hunger still there to come out and dominate each week? And I think, that's what you, as a professional player, you owe that to one another, and it starts in the practice field. And I think, it's pretty simple. I always say those who invest the most are the last to surrender, and I think that's again, if players are saying that, if players are saying that, there's probably some truth behind it.
Yeah, Rich, I just think real quickly that it's been such a long grind last year that it took such a toll on them that it just looks, you know what I mean? I think it's fatigue. I don't know. Everybody wants to call it a hangover.
The other part of it, guys, is this: what do you think everyone in the NFC East did last year? They went back and looked at all the cut-ups of the Philadelphia Eagles' third down. They went back and looked at all the red zone shots. They really looked at all the, Jim Schwartz's pressures and third down coverages. And they studied this team up and down and inside and out. They really, not only the scheme, but they also studied the personnel. All right, let's get a real firm grasp of who Carson Wentz is. What is his strengths? Where is he vulnerable? Where can we, and I think you spend so much time trying to figure out your own division that all of a sudden, making a first down is a lot more difficult than maybe it was in the past. And it's not just, what you've done in the offseason, but it's what the Giants have done in terms of how they've tried to rebuild their defense, or the Cowboys or the Redskins, to say, hey, look, how can we capture the division? What do we got to do in the division to win a division? It's like, all right, well, we got to take away Wentz, or we got to, be able to handle Philly's defensive line, whatever it is. And then that's kind of how you start. And I think that's certainly what's happened so far in the East.
Now, Rich, I know you got to go. You got to go real quick because you got a production meeting. You're out there in Kansas City. Real quick, out of all the rookie quarterbacks so far playing, Sam Darnold, Baker Mayfield, Josh Allen, and Josh Rosen, who do you like the best, and what do you see for their future?
I think they're all going to have some challenges along the way. The kid in New York, Darnold, he's turned the ball over too much. The guy in Arizona, Rosen, same thing. Honestly, the guy that I like the best right now is Baker Mayfield. I think he's made that team better. He's made it more competitive. I know they're not quite getting the results yet in the win-loss column, but he's got some composure, some poise to him. He's got the playmaking ability. He can extend plays with his legs. He's an accurate passer. I think he's more comfortable throwing outside the pocket than inside the pocket. That's the one thing we're going to have to find out about him. Can he function as a pocket passer? Because this league will make you do that at some point. But to me, when you look at how dysfunctional Cleveland is and still is, and he'll probably go through a coaching change. I don't think Hugh Jackson's going to survive next year, which makes it even more difficult for him because in year 2 he's going to be learning a new system all over again. So to me, he's the one guy that I think is off to the best start with all the rookies.
All right, Rich Gannon, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule. We appreciate it.
I'll see you this summer on the beach.
You got it, Rich.
All right, Rich. Take it easy. Thanks a lot.